We are vastly superior to humans. You know it to be true, so do not resist us. Coming to you live by a tape-delayed basis by means of digital distribution. This is Extreme Hardcore Nerds. Here are your hosts.
For sure.
The news.
No.
The thing we actually do.
The review. And then after that, if we want to keep playing, I don't care. But we still have one thing left to make this Hardcore Nerds 50th anniversary complete.
What do we got left?
A stripper?
If it's another severed head, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
No, not well, unless it's Garrett's, because he keeps asking for the damn stripper. Don't you know lap dance is always better when the stripper's crying?
It's so sexy when they cry.
I like when they have glasses.
Totally did not get the reference.
No, I did not.
I don't think I did either.
Bloodhound Gang.
I got that reference and I added on it with another reference off that same reference.
Never seen
Mine
it.
was from,
that a
not
movie?
IT Crowd, it was from
It's
Code
a
Monkeys.
It's a band?
Sweat, baby,
Yeah.
sex is a Texan problem, and they do the kind of things that only Prince would say
Okay,
about.
we have to remember Garrett is sheltered, so a lot of these weird things that we would know, he won't get.
I was going to say,
Basically, all their songs are sexual innuendos.
yeah,
All of it.
Yeah,
you and
everyone.
me, baby, ain't nothing
No,
but
but
mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
They do that song?
Yeah.
I love that song. Okay, that's the only song I know.
Foxtrot uniform,
Charlie
Charlie.
Kilo. If you've ever watched Viva La Bam, they show up on there at least
You've heard
3 or 4
Bloodhound
times.
Gang.
You've heard of Bloodhound Gang.
I've only heard of that one song, the Discovery Channel song.
It's also
I've always wanted to know who
on the
actually
Bucky
sing
Larson
that.
trailer.
Yeah.
No, it's Bloodhound Gang?
That looks a
Band's
little good.
called Bloodhound Gang.
Okay.
Yes.
I might see that one.
You want to see that one?
Yeah.
All I know is we got to see Knights of Badassdom.
Yes.
Just because
Yes.
it's got the one vintage
Yes.
guy in there.
Everything about that is good.
That's the better version of the LARP movie. It's way
Yes.
better than that.
Yes. But
Because they actually have something happen,
Yeah.
even while they're LARPing. Whereas the LARP one's kind of good, but a little sad.
Like, there's a movie on Hulu where they do a D&D documentary, and it's the worst possible thing you could do.
I
because they pick
hardly ever
three
block.
terrible examples of people that play D&D.
Oh.
Like, one of them is this guy who's a DM who hates everyone in his group and just purposely kills them, and, like, no one is good enough for his game. One of them is a girl who actually dresses up, and, I don't remember the last guy. But I'm
'Cause it was
can
that
tell
bad.
You it's not good.
Because it's that bad.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
You can't
like,
D&D
I'm
that good.
just
Everyone
gonna-
loses when you're playing that one.
like, I'm just gonna hold it here until
We all notice.
see it. And yes, Justice League #1.
It's out.
The DC reboot has officially begun. We have, or I should say, I have my copy.
I don't want a copy of that.
I don't either. I'm good.
It's a #1.
What are you,
Anybody
a
else
bat?
feel like reading Sandman?
A guy
I'm
in
gonna
a
read
bat
Sandman.
costume? What the heck is your special?
That was pretty much the best part.
Yeah, that was pretty much the best part.
I did like when
I like when Superman just flew out of nowhere and he's like, when Batman's like, I don't handle small things, and Superman's like, neither do I. So who's next?
I did like when the
See,
guy
that's a
gets
little creepy.
fire trucked by Green Lantern.
Yeah,
That was cool.
That was
good.
kind of cool.
But it is here. The DC reboot has officially begun. Justice League #1 starts us off.
Tripping out of the gates.
Yep.
Yep.
Someone blew the whistle.
Stumbling
and
a little
he hit-
bit.
He hit the rock really hard.
It takes us back to a time when the people didn't know what to think of our costume Avengers. And actually takes us back to a time where they didn't even know one another.
It's kind of creepy, though.
You knew there was an alien that flew over Metropolis. You knew there was a guy dressed as a giant bat in Gotham. You know there was a dude that glowed green in Central City.
Coast City.
Coast City.
Central City's Flash, sorry.
He fucked that up. All of it.
I know. So I read the end of Flashpoint, and they're like, he's like, what's going on? Why are there 3 timelines? Because everything got split into 3 different ones. So you have to try and merge them together. So is anything going to be the same? No.
I remember that time you tried to explain time travel to me at work on break.
Whoa, you
Like,
tried
can't do
to
it.
explain time
travel.
travel?
Yep.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I tried to channel my inner Doc Brown. It didn't work so well.
It's like the Star Trek movies just didn't appear in front of you at all when you thought, this is a good idea. Explain time travel.
Whenever the DC Universe needed a new, fresh take on a character, you just have Flash run through time. That's all he's good for. I'm sorry. Flash fans, I'm shooting straight with you. He's worthless.
Whoa.
Whoa.
There.
Aquaman is a better hero than the Flash. There, I said it.
Yeah, not out of water.
Ooh.
You're pushing a lot of really
What?
weird random buttons there.
What good has Barry Allen done?
Well, he's kept the hot dog market in place. If you've ever
Exactly.
watched Justice League,
What does Aquaman do? He gets pissed at every fishing company that goes by.
and dies.
A lot.
But look at his resilience, though. He keeps coming back.
No, they keep
That's the
rewriting
power-
him back in there.
That's the
and
power of Atlantis.
they keep rewriting him back in there and deny the death.
Every time I think of Justice League, it just makes me think of all the Big Bang references, like on Halloween when they all dress up as a Flash.
And
then-
Aquaman was. He sucks. Stuck underwater. And everybody wanted to be the Flash.
And their theory, they're just all gonna walk in a straight line because it makes it look like they're actually running really fast.
And then
Or when they have the, I think it was
Thor.
Big Bang Theory when they have the Aquaman action figure.
Yeah.
Something like that, and like someone drew a penis
Yeah,
on
someone
him.
drew
or
penis on
something.
him, and he goes, "Oh, I'll take care of that."
That's not helping right now. Only
No one
action
wants to be
Aquaman will
Aquaman. I'm pretty sure Aquaman
I'm
doesn't
not
want to be
saying I want to be
Aquaman.
Aquaman, but if I'm comparing Aquaman to the Flash, I'm sorry, I'll take Aquaman.
Did Aquaman get his own series?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
But, did he destroy the entire DC universe?
No, because he could if he really want.
I don't think he could.
No, he'd be able to destroy the Earth. He wouldn't be able to destroy the entire.
He could drown the
He
Earth.
could drown the Earth. I don't think he's going to be able to
You're not going to be
destroy
able to take out the entire core.
He. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Didn't he get kicked out of Atlantis? His own home?
Yeah, his brother did, didn't he once? It was when his brother usurped him.
I don't remember. He was also buried on land.
Yes, I know, and that didn't sit well because they wanted him back in Atlantis, and the people were like, "No, let us memorialize him here." And Mara said, "Okay, yeah, that's fine," and everybody else is like, "No, that's not cool." But so anyway, back to
Oh yeah,
Justice League.
He tried to marry Wonder Woman.
That was in a side story of Flashpoint. Come on, everything was fucked up during that.
You know what? Aquaman
That's
does
the
seem
strength
like
of
he's
Barry
really dumb.
Allen. He runs so fast, he fucks marriages up.
He makes Aquaman.
Well, yeah,
look
I mean,
cool.
Lois
He
and Clark
made
are,
Aquaman look cool.
I hate to say that, but I like the Flash better than Aquaman too.
I stand by my decisions. So.
Aquaman.
Even if they're the wrong one, it's okay.
Like any good leader, I stand behind my decision.
Yeah, just like the one you decided, I'm going to play Stefan in Mortal Kombat.
I played everybody in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it didn't work out well. So, you apparently do like the new Justice League, though. Do you like how the start is, though?
I kind of like how the start is because you're starting everyone fresh from point one, where you get the reconnection of, you know, like the first time you meet. The first time they meet Superman, the first time you encounter Wonder Woman, so I mean that, and plus they're putting it in a time where people really don't know what to think of the capes yet, so they're like, they're here to help us, yay, but at the same time, I don't know whether or not I should be scared of them, because obviously what happens if, you know, they turn evil or what I'll have you.
Now, that's the thing I found kind of odd for at least this story. They don't know each other yet, and that makes sense. But the fact that each town doesn't know their own hero, that's the part I'm kind of finding a little, nah. because it's almost like they're all this is like their first night all starting out on separate things.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird because like they all were already established within their own cities before they started crossing paths.
But this is the first time Green Lantern went to Gotham.
Yeah, but but notice, Batman is being attacked by the police because they don't know who he is. It's
yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
But that's the way he was at the beginning.
But that's
the vigilante. You know, we can't trust him.
Yeah, I know that
because he dresses like a madman and hops on rooftops.
Yeah, but that's before he meets the rest of them.
I know.
So that's the problem. Like, okay, you guys might have. You're tripping over a few other things to get to the main one. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine with the main one, but it's like, okay, I don't know why the city wouldn't know Batman yet.
I don't think Justice League should have been the first release DC.
Yeah.
No, I think it should have been either like action or detective.
Yeah. It should have been their individuals to set them up in their own cities and then get the Justice League together with that. Because then I can understand if Green Lantern comes to Gotham, they've heard of him, but they don't know who he is. That makes sense. But for Gotham to not know who Batman is, that just doesn't make sense.
It's because of the Flash. That is your explanation for everything.
They fixed it, and then everyone forgot again.
Yep. Because when the timelines merged, you know, everybody went cuckoo.
Barry just went, okay, I'm done. You can take a break.
So I mean, like I said, I did get a kick out of the banter between Bruce and Hal.
Yeah.
When they're like, he's like, what the heck? What's your special power? Nothing. What? You're just a guy in a bat costume running around? And then all of a sudden just pulls the ring right off his finger. Hey, what the? Oh, this must work on concentration. How'd you get that? You lost concentration. Give me that.
Do you really want to mess with a guy who can create anything from his mind? Well, I would be afraid if I thought you had any good ideas.
Oh, but I mean, it's not surprising though that when you look at the first villain that they bring in, it's Darkseid.
Yeah. At least the first villain they mentioned.
Yeah.
I have a nerd blunder.
Okay.
Which one is Darkseid?
Darkseid is Superman. I don't want to say
one of Superman's main villains. He is the if you ever read the New Gods.
Is he like? He's got like the blue costume. He's got like a green wrinkled.
Yeah,
face,
like
right?
a gray face.
Okay.
Yep.
I said, I'm still new to DC, so I'm still trying to get names out and.
It's all right. Yeah, no, that one's Darkseid.
Okay. He came in the New Gods.
Yep.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, because Orion came to Earth looking for help because Darkseid.
Oh yeah, because he was taking over and.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember where that started, but I already know they're all back to Orion and him trading suns and all that to keep peace between the planets. But yeah, so you'll as you get more, I'm sure they'll bring in Granny Goodness and you'll see the Furies and you'll see all that.
And Apocalypse and.
Which is funny. I started reading more on more of the female characters, especially after I found out with not Secret Six, but the Suicide Squad going out as well. I read more on Catwoman, and I found out her little thing and her apprentice. She leaves after that little stint, and then they're racing out. That she leaves, goes away, and she ends up teaming up with Harley, who teams up with the Amazons.
Yep.
To team up against Darkseid or Grinning Goodness.
Yep.
To become the new Furies, and I'm like, really? How does she go that? How does she just skip out on that much and just do all that? And you don't bring her back as in some other character? That sucks.
It's the reboot. Someone's hey, you had to make room for Swamp Thing, so somebody else has to go.
But it sucks that they got rid of a new Catwoman for her, even though she was just a small stint of it. But I would have been nice to see her come to somebody
where
else.
they're rebooting it, Selena hasn't trained anybody yet.
Yeah, well, she doesn't. She never has the baby.
Yeah, and Helena doesn't exist.
Yeah, so Helena is
Selena's child.
Yeah, before the reboot happened, they had a little maternal leave for her, and a new Catwoman came in.
You read Dark Knight Strikes Again, right?
No, I have not. Not yet, either.
Wait, you're saying I read a Batman comic you haven't read?
I'm sure that happened.
Yeah. No, well, the thing I was gonna ask you is, somebody else takes up Catwoman. In the like future, you know the like sort of plot of it, right?
Yeah.
The sequel to Dark Knight Returns. the thing that really threw me off is like the Catwoman costume changes like all the time. Like
Oh yeah, it switches with every new
like,
iteration.
well, the thing that really threw me off, it's the same character, but she's changing costumes. Like one time she'll be like in a cheetah cat costume, like or like a leopard print one, and then like sometimes she'll be in the black one. I found that very strange, and I was gonna ask you about that.
It's always weird with it. It always comes down to usually who's doing the art.
Frank Miller.
Okay, see, that could definitely.
I'm pretty sure it's Frank Miller.
Yeah, it'll always come down to who's doing the artwork, because every artist will put their own separate spin on how every costume looks, even if they're trying to stay within a nuance of each other and they keep certain key features. But a lot of the little individual gadgets will change, and then when sometimes they decide this is going to be a whole new arc of her, they'll just rewrite the costume completely, you know. And I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me in any way. It is kind of weird though that she did change
but this
like
is
that.
like in panels it's changing.
Oh, literally in the panels?
Yeah, like there'll be like it's like cut to her and she's wearing like the black costume, and then like it'll cut to Batman, and then it'll cut back to her and she's like leopard print.
Future
That's
though?
bad continuity.
Yeah, that could be bad continuity.
I don't know. That's why I was gonna ask you about it. If like there's something I'm misreading here or what it is.
The only other thing that I can think of is if it's not Catwoman, but if it's like Chitara or not Chitara.
Yes,
Cheetah.
the Thundercats make a sudden appearance. Thundercats! As Lionel holds the sword and out of nowhere Robin kicks him right in the shin. I said I told you to stop that.
Damien versus Wily Kit and Cat. That'd actually be kind of awesome to see.
Oh, he would kill them. Especially the new versions. They're just little thieves. He would so kill them out of just annoyance.
Oh, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, as far as this one goes, wasn't their strongest foot forward.
Nah.
Like you said, I really wish this would not have been the first one out of the gates.
I guess they had to. I'm guessing when they were determining all this, they probably had to come down to something's got to be the one that we got to push first. And
But I mean,
it could
it's
have
like
been timing. Like everyone wasn't. Certain people weren't done writing yet. It could have been that. It could have been they went. What's the thing that will be the biggest splash? It could have been that. So.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, it creates a splash. I mean, it was a decent read, but at the same time, it's like I said, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, all of a sudden, you've got Green Lantern fighting Superman just because they showed up in Metropolis, and I'm like, no, Superman wouldn't do that. He'd
Ever.
be like, hey, what's up? How can I help you? Why are you in my town? I could see Batman being first one to throw a punch and be like, get the hell out.
Hell, he even tells Barry to go, or tells Hal to go away. So
Gotham's my territory. Leave it alone. So, I mean, if this is an indication of what's to come, I'm now worried. Yes. The only reason I say that is because, I mean, if this is your starting point, the single stories have to be able to carry it that much more because you're taking that iconic group.
Still have 51 more number
I
ones
know.
to go though.
I'm wondering how much.
But still, it's. I mean, the reboot. This is the first thing I read from it, and I'm just like, it was okay. I mean, like I said, I got a kick out of it. Am I sitting here going, oh, I'm sending in my subscription thing tomorrow, saying I want Justice League every month?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Really?
Really.
You're not gonna give it like a month and
I mean, I'll probably check out number 2. Don't get
Okay.
me wrong. Page through it quick.
at least finish the story arc?
Yeah. Or, like, if nothing else, I might buy it in trade.
Yeah. I know one of they had something on Comic Alliance where they had two guys on both sides of one of them liked it, one of them didn't, and they were saying this was their attempt to bring in the non-comic readers, and you don't get a story here, you don't get the full Justice League, and this is.
Oh, I mean, I'm cool with not seeing the entire Justice League and stuff right away. I'm just saying where you're picking up the story.
But I mean, if you're if you haven't read comic books ever, and this is their attempt to get new comic readers into it, you have nothing right now. You don't know Like, you should see, hey, this is the Justice League. Why am I only getting half of them right now? I mean, they don't know what's going on here. They probably never read Flashpoint. They don't even know what's going on. If this is your starting point, you don't have the whole team
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was going to say with the agreement for that one guy side. It's kind of, if this is supposed to get the new non-readers, and you see the cover with all of the main Justice
you're
League,
just like,
and then you open the book and you see, okay, I see Batman, I see Flash, I see Superman, I don't see
Flash
Wonder Woman.
was in there?
Oh no, sorry, not Flash. I'm
Okay.
so sorry. Superman. But you see them all there, and you're like, I don't see Flash, I don't see Aquaman,
Yeah.
I don't see Wonder Woman. You know,
You get Cyborg, but
you get
he's not
Cyborg,
really
but
in
he's not in the same suit as the
Yeah.
cover. So
Yeah.
a lot of people who haven't read it won't know why
Yeah.
we're suddenly paying attention to that one guy. You're like,
Who is Vic?
who's this?
Yeah.
well, okay, in Diana's defense, she hasn't figured out whether or not she's wearing pants or not yet. So.
She is. According to her cover, according to her cover, she isn't wearing pants.
Okay.
To her cover, so.
There is an altered, variant cover where she is wearing pants, though.
Where's that? Why didn't you have that picture that they drew at Comic-Con?
I
We
was
needed
gonna
that again so we could show that.
I love the one that Jim Lee did at Comic-Con. He did a live draw, and he just drew out Wonder Woman and holding a pair of pants, and right on the side it says, "Dear Dan, make up your mind, pants or no pants, WW."
So.
So I'm just saying. I mean, obviously, this is not going to make me deter from, like, reading DC Comics. I'm fully entrenched on this side of the fence. But
Oh yeah, I know.
But as far as the first impression, I'm just kind of like, my opinion, it could have been a little stronger. I'm just saying.
Do you think the superhero market is dying?
I kind of do.
Because of the movies?
Well, that could be a different thing.
I was about to say, depending on which market on that one.
I have heard some people say comics and they shouldn't be making comics as a script for a movie, but it seems like sometimes that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, and two, when you look at the world today, it's just like, well, when comics first started coming up and stuff, it gave people something to aspire to. You gave them, when World War I, World War II, and everything's going on, take your mind off the wars or this or that, or the Depression. You could read you could escape for a little bit. But in today's age, you've got comics, you've got internet, you've got TV, radio, iPods. I mean, how much other content out there that, it's like, well, I can sink my sorrow, somewhere else, or not just that, or, like in Superman's case, he's always been the big blue Boy Scout. Everyone's always looked at him that way. Truth, justice, and truth, justice, and the American way. That.
Unless you're Red Sun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless it's the Red Sun.
And your comrades.
But at the same time, I remember in 900, and when he denounced his American citizenship, how that blew everyone's mind. And when you read it, you're like, I agree with them. That standard of what he was trying to appeal, it's not there anymore. So why the hell am I trying so hard? It's one of those, if you don't want to put your faith into the hero, or, I mean, a lot of people just don't see heroes anymore. I mean, as sad as it is to say. So it's like, or the other thing would be is like, well, in this universe, this fight's going on. World War II would have been over in 20 minutes if Superman really existed. So it's like, so now you've got like Afghanistan, you've got Iraq, you've got all the different places, all the different conflicts and stuff going on. And it's like, okay, this is real life stuff. Why do I want to go and read about a guy who could just fly in, take out a couple dudes quick, and we'll see you next week for the next exciting adventures of...
Hey,
go ahead, no.
I was gonna say, hey, it took the big blue naked guy a couple times in Vietnam for the Watchmen.
Yeah.
It still didn't end in a week. Sometimes even when you can't win, they'll still keep coming.
So, I mean, that's just kind of why I think like the superhero genre is kind of starting to downturn, just because it's like you don't want to put your faith there in something that
I think instead of doing a new 52, they should have done like a new 15. I think they should have seriously cut back on all of their things. Because do we really need 4 different Green Lantern comics? I mean, because we have Green Lantern, we have Green Lantern Corps, the Red Lantern comic, and then there's also the one with Kyle. I can't think of it though.
What's that? Are you talking about the one where it's the multiple rings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what that one's called, but I know what it is.
As far as the Lantern Corps goes, yes, because you have so many different characters and so many different rings and stuff. It makes. But I mean, I could see like you don't need 4 Batman ones.
Yeah.
You don't need Detective, Batman, Batman Inc., and then you've got
Batman and Robin.
Batman Robin. You've
Isn't
got
there-
Batman the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
You've got. I mean, right there, you've got. I mean, yeah, shrink that back to 2 or 3 Batman stories. You know.
But I mean, even as a reboot, I understand that you need the 4, and there are the variations of Batman that people want to read, but for a reboot with your starting point, this is the big, let's get everyone into comics again. Start with the basics, have your few issues, and then slowly adapt into more and more comics again.
Yeah.
I would have probably chosen the ones that specifically, at least the individual ones first. Like
Each individual Justice League.
if you want to do, just the Superman one, maybe Batman and Robin for her, Wonder Woman's own flashes, and the Aquaman one, and just slowly bring those out of the 15, you would say, and then once those are established or those are kind of caught on, then you start doing the group ones where they meet up together. You can start doing Justice League. You can start doing the Lantern Corps with having other characters come in. This way, it's not so like there isn't so much. It's like, well, I'm really only going to pick 1 or 2 out of all of this. So
Especially at $4.
Yeah,
for all number ones.
Yeah.
It's a little
that's where like when I send in my subscription, I'm just like, okay, what are the 4 I know I'm gonna want to read every month? I know Wonder Woman's there. Okay, that one's done. I know Superman's there. Okay, that one's in. I know Supergirl's there. Okay, that one's in. Do I go with an Aquaman? Do I take a chance on a Batman? Do I, And that was all something I had to think of because I wanted to make sure that I got the certain number 1. But there's even certain number 1s that I know, like I want Swamp Thing, I want Batgirl, but I'm not gonna pay a full subscription price for it, before I actually have a chance to get material in my hand.
Do you think it would have been better if they would have done a whole new original character to throw in there too?
Yeah, I mean that usually does spice things up. It would have been nice rather than like for the villain, rather it being Darkseid or Luthor, or just somebody out of the blue you have never heard of before.
I heard a lot of people took a really big liking when I cannot say Junior Batman. Jim Gordon Jr.
Okay.
When he showed up, people found that really exciting because he was a villain that we didn't
No
know
one expected.
anything about. James Gordon Jr. And then he showed up and he's a villain. People were like, "Wow, really? He's insane."
I kind of like in the Dark Knight too, when like you kind of feel like I could see him going either way. When,
This is
at the
gonna
end
crack
of it,
him. And,
yeah, this is either gonna make him go like I need to become like Batman and like fight justice, or like he needs to die.
Yep.
So, but I mean, that an interesting villain like that who just out of the blue, no one we've really ever seen or heard of.
Especially in a whole new universe.
Yeah.
Because they could have done it with anything. It could have been anyone.
Yeah, you could. That would have actually been really cool, just to bring a non-known character and throw them in as a villain would have been great. Even a new hero would have even probably seen something interesting to come out of that.
And I think the thing with Cyborg is going to really help bringing him. He's always kind of been not a minor character, but he's always been like the junior hero.
Yeah.
Now him stepping up to the big leagues, I think that was kind of
That'll
what
be
they were trying to
interesting to
do, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, because every time I would think of Cyborg, I think of Teen Titans.
Teen
Pretty
Titans,
much.
yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much Teen Titans. So, see him. We'll see how well they put a light on him. If he'll still be just like that character, that junior character that shows up now and then, but he's not fully in the spotlight like all the other ones are, or if they can actually get him to really step up and see how well they write him. We have Jim Lee as our writer for this one, right?
Yep.
So.
Jeff Johns, Jim Lee.
Yeah. So you got a pretty decent team right there.
You got your heavies right there, and Grant Morrison is covering action.
Yeah.
So.
I'm wondering how the new Batman Robin was going to look now. well, not look, but how it's going to write out.
Who's going to be Robin?
Yeah.
Have they said?
Damien.
It's still going to be Damien.
Okay,
Yep.
Damien is.
I don't think anyone is going to detest not having Damien. Everyone, I think, really, really loves Damien. I actually want to, like, go find Christopher Nolan and go, so, how about the Robin now? would you call into that hotline and kill him again now? Because he's way better than Dick.
Yeah.
You don't want Jason Todd?
He's crazy, but he's that villain crazy, so it's not as interesting. And he always aspires to want to be Batman. Because even when he goes insane, he still kind of dresses like him. So, but I mean, Damien, I don't know if he actually wants to be like Dad. I know he wants his money.
No, I think he wants to be like Dad,
He wants to be like not the dark Dad. He wants to be that dad who can do all. Well, he's rich. He wants to be able to do all the things a rich person can do.
I really
and enjoy his life.
The Blackest Night, the Batman and Robin one in there.
Oh yeah.
When I don't remember what it was, but like Damien and Batman are in the car, and he says something. And he's like, "No, we don't do that." And he's like, "Are you sure we can't do that?"
No, we don't.
It's like they're already dead.
He's like, "Yeah, let's just kill them. We don't kill." Why?
Well, like there was, I was reading, I just got done reading Supergirl, and there was a crossover between her, him, and Blue Beetle.
Oh, okay.
And there was one point when they start fighting where they're battling like essentially they're like cyborgs, like organic cyborgs. The best way to describe them.
Okay.
And Damien just goes, "So if they're technically not alive, I technically aren't killing them, am I?"
Yeah, Damien's already had that life growing up, being heir to the heir to Al Ghul, but heir to the League of Assassins, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's kind of got that killing thing already out. It feels like every now and then he tries really hard to bend that rule. You can't kill them, but they're not alive.
Technically, if they're already dead, I'm not killing them.
He tries really hard to bend that rule.
Well, I think I talked to you about this, but in Dark Knight Returns, there's that line I love from Batman where he's like, "There's 8 ways I can handle this situation. 3 of them will kill him. 2 of them will disarm him without any contact." And then it goes to the next panel and it's like, "And 1 hurts," as he kicks him through the wall.
Yeah, that sounds like Bruce.
I think that would be a cool matchup. Old Bruce and Damien.
Yes.
Yeah, young Bruce just right when he starts, and then bring in Damien.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I know with all the years he's had to get over that idea of the junior always being kind of an ass, but doing it younger and then getting him, I don't know if he would be able to handle it in the same manner. It would definitely be a lot more interesting because I could see Damien always, like just out of not JusticeLEague, but the new Young Justice.
Yeah.
With that Robin, he kind of acts more like Damien. I could see him always doing it. Come on, can we hurry this up? I got something to do.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm taking your time. I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe my brain fart yesterday when I had to ask you who the first Robin was.
I know! All of a sudden I looked
Wow, that happened!
like, did I seriously just get this text?
I was talking to my dad about it or something, and I was like going over all the Robins, like, okay, I got this one, I got this one, I got this one. I'm like, I'm missing one. Who the hell is it? I'm like, I know it's the first one, but who the hell is that?
Who's your current Batman?
I know, and it's like, I can't think of his name. I know he's Batman. I know he's the first one.
Yeah. It's never the first one that usually always hooks me out. It's always usually Jason. I forget.
Yeah.
Jason Todd,
Tim Drake.
Tim Drake,
Dick
Damien.
Dick Grayson,
Damien,
Damien,
yep.
and then
Stephanie was there for a little bit.
It's Carrie Kelly is the one from the Dark Knight when he's old.
Okay.
And it's Catgirl, not Catwoman. In case anyone comes at me.
Watch the forum lights up again.
God damn it!
Technically Catgirl, but she's succeeding Catwoman, and they say that too. I'm just clearing that up too.
Just getting it out of the way right now.
Covering my ass.
So did anyone else see on the Comics Alliance they had the first couple of pages for Batgirl?
Yes, but I could hardly read them, which pissed me off.
Really?
I did, and I really like that they're like
they
the
went
Killing
right
Joke
back
is
to
a
the Killing
nightmare.
Joke.
The Killing Joke is a nightmare. Yeah, that
I
was
really
pretty
like
good.
that.
Yeah, I read through all of those. I'm actually a little excited to see how they handle this. And it was nice that they didn't axe that whole thing I'm kind of hoping that they at least explain a little bit more how she got it, how they fixed it, at least.
Well, they say that, I know I read that somewhere, that they said that it's like, this isn't like completely, everything that's ever happened in DC is completely dead. This is like Universe 3. All that stuff still happened, but now it's like...
Yep, now we're just on to another multiverse.
Yeah.
God damn Corona.
Oh.
Why does everyone always have to try to understand the minds and workings of the universe and then screw things up so badly?
Because it's so easy to do.
Origin story.
The
Flash did it. That's all you need to know.
Yep, blame it on
No, we
Barry.
can't blame that one on Barry.
Blame it on Barry.
No, we can't blame it on Barry. That's totally a Green Lantern one for that. We're not gonna. The humans are actually in the clear this time.
At least he almost didn't destroy the entire universe and make every superhero that was dead come back to life as a zombie.
You gotta try once or twice. Bad enough.
Come on, you can't be hating on Necron like that.
The hell I can. I can hate on him all I want. He didn't do it right.
I'm almost done with the entire thing, and I just got to the part where they gave the 7 rings to other people, so now Lex is the Lantern.
I know.
Scarecrow, and I'm like, yes, this is the part I'm excited for now.
I know. But we'll talk about that one off air.
It's so wrong. It's bad enough when they give Batman a ring, and when he got that way ring, I'm like, really? This isn't a good idea. I do not like him with ring.
But that affectionately brings this 50th podcast to a close. We did it.
Are you sure?
I'm fairly sure.
Sure this isn't a recording?
Well, I was gonna say I haven't seen a little red and yellow foom come through the studio yet, screwing it up. So.
Well, normally you wouldn't see it. Flash.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
A real world Flash.
Now that we've officially fried Garrett's brain.
We know we've done
Do
well.
we need to reboot?
Oh, god damn it, not again!
Extreme Hardcore Nerds 1 coming next week.
That's it. Screw this. Where's Bob?
Oh. Gotta watch Expendables and
Scott Pilgrim
Scott
all
Pilgrim
over
again.
again. Oh, does that mean I have to sit through Resident Evil one more time in 3D? Fuck that.
I am never going to a 3D.
But thank you very much, everyone, for joining us this week. I hope you enjoyed either listening to us or watching us, depending
or watch
on
me get my butt spanked.
depending on what your means of communication was. From here on out, we do plan on videoing all the podcasts, so you have that to look forward to.
What?
So you get to see us each and every week. And
Does that mean I'm going to be a monitor head now?
that means
We're going to build you a personal dating device like Sheldon. Put a little shirt on you.
That means you might be cardboard cutout with pictures stuffed on face or plastered on it when you're not here.
Well,
I'll be at school.
yeah.
Most likely I'll be Skypecasting a lot more. Minneapolis.
So, yeah, Gunnar might not be with us for every show in studio.
It's okay. We'll have Cardboard Gunner.
Exactly.
Sea Gunner. No, that's what we'll call him.
Yep. So, with all that having been said, I hope you enjoyed it. I have been, of course, your host, your all-knowing Exalted One himself, and the one still waiting for his Chuck Norris army, the King of Kings, Big Daddy Cool, Andy Kruger, along with...
Your doctor, your dog reaper, your ever benevolent, and the guy who keep telling you it's not going to happen. Star Wars hasn't proven anything about a clone army. It doesn't work. They just get worse as generations go on.
All you need to do is say execute 66 or execute 16. I don't know.
I'm calling Order 66 on this. Fuck that. Dark Reaper Stephen Creighton. Over there is on his phone.
One of you, this is your time to speak.
Communicating to my army of goats who glorify me, the slayer of bunnies, the goodbye to your backseat, and the guy who's gonna keep covering his ass to try and not get destroyed on Facebook
On
page.
Facebook anymore.
Gunner Sipper.
And also with us, the Horn of the Butts. the face of the Pales, the genetic experiment gone horribly wrong.
The ice cream maker.
Mint is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and
The-
bubblegum.
The ice cream to my scooper.
I just sounded gay.
Weird, yeah. Feel like, I don't know.
The Candace Bailey to our Kevin Pereiras.
Ah, you ruined that one. Great. Oh,
Candace Bailey's hot.
That's not what I meant by
not
that.
anymore. She isn't. Thanks.
Flash G's of the Fours. Yeah. Garrett Ford.
Peace, everyone.
Bye.
Juices.